Hey guys, welcome back to Love at the Core. For those of you who don't already know, my name is Kayla. I am an intuitive channel, medium, and inner child healing coach, among many other things. I am here with a message. Please do keep in mind that these readings are general, so not every message within the reading is going to resonate with each and every one of you, but please take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you like this message, please don't forget to comment down below, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll jump right in. Holy Spirit, ancestors, and guardian angels, thank you so much for this reading that your fire signs are about to receive at this time. Please let it be for their highest good and ultimately for the highest good of all. Thank you for supporting me in relaying the messages clearly, concisely, leaving nothing out, just as you intended. Thank you for allowing me to be your vessel of divine wisdom, guidance, and healing, and so it is. Before we start, I do want to mention just one thing. So normally I wouldn't really discuss this with anyone. I usually just keep this to myself. But just for the purpose of this particular message, I just want to mention this. I decided to partake on a 3-day fast. Pretty much just like pretty much water only, although I did have coffee, but I mostly just stuck with water, so no food. And I did this for personal spiritual reasons. I am in day 3. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I was watching one of my favorite YouTube readers on YouTube. I already said YouTube. I was watching one of my favorite YouTube readers, and I received a negative thought, okay? I had a negative thought cross my mind, and it's weird because like I don't think of that person in any type of negative light. As a matter of fact, she's, one of my favorite here on YouTube. And what how I feel about her or what I think about her is opposite of the actual thought that I received. So the reason why I say that is because in my moment of weakness, okay, so I decided to, when I received that thought, I decided to look into it because it was a red flag to me. Like, this isn't the way that I think. I definitely do my best not to judge other people, but I had to take a hold of that thought and interrogate it and to figure out why I had that thought in the first place. So it was brought to my attention, I sat with my guides, and I was told that, in my moment of weakness, I had a foothold for the enemy to creep in, okay? And I just wanted to share that with you because, like, the enemy's tactics are very cunning. And sometimes we don't realize, that we may have a door open or that the enemy has creeped in at all, period. So I just wanted to say, like, how important, first of all, shadow work is. And I stress this all the time. Shadow work is extremely important with uncovering, getting down to the root of why you feel a certain way about a particular person or situation, but also to keep your vibration high, okay? Because in that moment of weakness, I was at a lower vibration, and I had a door open for an entity to creep in and, you know, start talking to me. And the thing is that sometimes, like, we can give, I didn't give into that thought. I absolutely didn't give into that thought because I knew right away that that was not me. So we have to be very careful because sometimes we can actually give out the evil eye if we allow it to take root in our minds, and we may not even necessarily know that we're doing that. Okay. So we definitely don't want to spread that negative energy, and you know, we just want to make sure that we are staying on top of our shadow work and staying on top of our energy and our vibration. Okay. You know, like, you have to ask yourself these questions. You know, when you have a negative thought about someone, you know, if you have certain feelings about someone, negative feelings, you have to ask yourself, you know, why, like, what is it? Why do I feel this way about this person? What is it within me that, you know, I'm judging? Because obviously if you're judging another person, for whatever reason, because you're feeling a certain way about that person, most likely you're feeling that way about yourself. So, you know, yeah, you just have to be really careful. You have to figure out, you know, where is that thought deriving from? Is it deriving because I am at a low vibration, and I need to raise my vibration? Or is it deriving from a place of shadow? You know what I mean? So you definitely, it's very important to ask yourself these questions, okay? I just wanted to say that because, you know, this spiritual warfare is real. And sometimes we don't realize how easy it is for the enemy to creep in one way or another, okay? So don't give the enemy a foothold, period. Okay, so, yeah, with that being said, let's move on. Oh, yes. Also, yes, with that being said, that's why I'm even here today. No, this is a collective message. My apologies. This is a collective message. Because I had a dream last night. And that's why Spirit wanted me to come on here today. I had a dream last night. Here, let me read it. So, I don't know if you guys watch Euphoria at all. But, like, I've been hearing about it and I had to watch it. I started watching it maybe, like, over a week ago. I watched a few episodes. I haven't watched it in probably like a week. I gave it a break. But it's weird because, like, I don't know what it is, but Spirit has been really trying to show me something within something that has to do with this show, or maybe a message behind the show, or encoded within the show. I don't know. But last night, I had a dream where I was about to like walk into a store or a mall, and I walked down an escalator into a store. It was like a scene that looked like Euphoria. So I saw, so it was Nate, right? And for some reason I was with a girl, and I think it was Cassie. So Yeah, so Nate was walking around, okay, all drugged out, or maybe he was drunk. He threw up. Like, I was walking toward him and he started to throw up, so I turned around and walked back. And like, once he finished throwing up, he was like, ew, that's gross, and just kept walking on. And for some reason I was watching Cassie and I was like, I guess she was all drugged out or drunk too. She wasn't paying attention. And I was like trying to tell her to watch her step because there was like throw up everywhere for some reason. I know it's graphic, it's gross. But it was like liquefied. It wasn't like really, you know, like nasty and foody and all that crap. But yeah, and she passed Nate. Nate was passing her, and Nate tripped over Cassie's shoe. And Nate tripped over Cassie's foot after he stepped in a pile of throw up. I don't know why that was so graphic and why it was like that, but I'm guessing, not that I'm guessing, I know, because I sat with my guides and I tried to, understand, interpret the dream. And apparently, so I really don't know why Nate and Cassie, or why any of the characters for that matter, would represent twin flames, but they do, okay? In this dream, they do. Nate and Cassie represent twin flames, okay? 12:22 on my timer when I said that. Now, so apparently there are some of twin flames out there, okay? Divine counterparts that have a distorted view of the twin flame journey, and for some reason are waiting for their twin, okay? They're waiting for their twin. They're not taking any action, but they don't realize that the union starts from within first, okay? So this is what I received. They were doing the work, okay? So some of you were doing the work, but for whatever reason you stopped. And, maybe you got caught up in, your day-to-day activities or whatever. Maybe you felt like you just didn't have time to do what it was that you were being called to do. So Spirit wanted me to let you know the importance of shadow work, okay? And the need to, work through and release your burdens. So I think what's happening is that a lot of you guys are still walking around under heavy illusion. Okay, and I believe that's why Nate and Cassie were like, because no one else was like this. It was just the two of them. They were walking around as if they were in a haze. No clear direction. They were in search of something. It was as if they were in search of something, and they walked right past each other. They walked right past each other, but apparently didn't realize it. And I think, first of all, I just want to say that, Nate and Cassie, they are representing the twin flame, right? Okay, the male and the masculine and the feminine energies, okay? But this is not just outside of you. This is also taking place within you. This has to take place within you before it can really, before you can really come into union with your masculine or your feminine in the 3D. So Spirit is here, okay, waiting for you to ask for help. Instead of wandering around aimlessly, I feel that's what's happening here. Some of you are wandering around aimlessly, looking for something that is outside of yourself, when union needs to take place within yourself first, okay? So I feel like some of you guys are not really cooperating at this time, or you stopped cooperating, you stopped listening to your intuition, which is causing a delay. Okay, it's causing a delay for you guys. It's causing a delay for your union, as within, so without. And, like the times that we're in right now, it is, very important for us to answer our calling, okay? Now, I know that you guys know that you are being called. Some of you may not want to accept it because it means giving up, things that we used to or would deem normal, in regards to like normal societal standards. And you are actually being called to walk away from all of those things. I don't know if you realize like what is taking place in this world, but I'm telling you right now, like it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better unless we step up to the plate. We are all here for a reason. The twin flame journey, it is about mission, okay? It's about mission. It's not just purpose. And, there's a difference between purpose and mission. We all have a purpose, but not all of us have a mission here. So with that being said, us as twin flames, we are being called to raise up, okay? To raise up, to release these illusions. Some of you guys are holding on to these illusions because it's safe, right? It's safe to you. It's safe. It's like being in your comfort zone. But the thing is that you have to get out of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone is going to lead you down a path where you're going to end up being stuck and left behind. So we are in times right now where it is very important to do the work, okay? Very important to do the work. We are, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we are in the last days, okay? Now, I know that a lot of people will probably say, we've been in the last days, this, and that, for a long time now. But no, like we are in the last days, okay? If you haven't noticed, like Bible prophecy is playing out as we speak. And I feel like we are getting closer and closer and closer to, and I'm going to be honest, at this time, I don't really know exactly how it is going to play out, but we are getting closer and closer and closer to the day of Christ's return, okay? To the day of, the return of the King, to the day of that Christ consciousness, taking its rightful place. So it's very important, you have to, you're being called right now, okay? You're being called to release distractions. You're being called to raise up and into your purpose, into your mission. You're being called to step into your power, okay? Now, like twin flames, like, we have a divine mission here. you know, there's a war going on in heaven, and as above, so below, you know, so this spiritual war, like, is not just in the 3D, but it's been taking place, you know, I'm sorry, it's not in just in the 5D, just in the spiritual realm, but it's also been taking place here on the physical. Okay, so it's very important to do the work. There's work involved. It's not about, you know, just, it's not about, I have a feeling I'm going to have to do a part 2 on this one. It's not just about, you know, knowing of, you know, spirituality, knowing of God, knowing of Christ, knowing of, you know, quantum physics or the law of attraction or whatever the case may be, but it's also about doing the work. If you don't do the work, you will not get anywhere. You have to descend into the underworld before you can ascend. That's the only place you're going to find the keys. You're only going to find the keys within the underworld. Nowhere else. So you have to go within. You have to go within. You have to do the work. Spirit wanted me to let you know just how important shadow work is. And it's funny because, like, I just hopped on here and I almost forgot, like, what it was that I was coming on here for. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because my timer is running out. Okay, so yeah, check out part 2 for this reading. Okay.